Inside a packed arena glowing under cold, white lights, the air vibrates with tension. A tension so thick it feels like the calm before a deadly thunderstorm. Two warriors stand on opposite sides of the ring. Dmitry Bivol, Russia's ice-cold technician, stares ahead with the expression of a man who calculates danger before destroying it. Across from him, Lenin Castillo, the proud Dominican powerhouse, rolls his shoulders, feeling the electricity of the moment pulsing through the crowd. The audience knows something violent and unforgettable is about to unfold, but no one knows how fast it will strike. As the bell rings, the silence snaps. Bivol moves forward like a shadow, silent, precise, unreadable. His footwork glides, his eyes scanning Castillo like a sniper targeting weaknesses with chilling accuracy. Every small movement from Castillo, every twitch, every shift is analyzed, stored, and prepared for punishment. The suspense thickens. The crowd rises. Something is coming. The second round begins with a shift, subtle but unmistakable. Dmitry Bivol is no longer studying. He is beginning to control. His gloves rise like steel shields. His feet glide like he is skating across the canvas, and his eyes sharpen into a predator's focus. Castillo senses it too. His breaths grow heavier, deeper, as if every second in front of Bivol drains another ounce of energy. Bivol fires a stiff jab that lands with a crack. Castillo tries to answer with an overhand right, but Bivol slips under it effortlessly, almost effortlessly mocking the attempt. He returns fire with a lightning-fast 1-2 that snaps Castillo's head back. The crowd roars, feeling the momentum shifting violently in Bivol's direction. Castillo tries to create pressure, steps in, throws a body shot, then pushes Bivol to the ropes. For a moment, it seems like he's found his chance. But Bivol doesn't panic. He leans left, pivots right, and suddenly, Castillo is punching the air. The Russian counters with a crushing right hand down the middle that freezes Castillo for a heartbeat. The suspense skyrockets. Bivol increases his output. Jab, jab, right hand, left hook, all thrown with absolute precision. Castillo's guard begins to break. His reaction slow. Sweat drips down his forehead as he tries to guess where the next punch will come from. But Bivol attacks from angles he can't read. Every time Castillo tries to swing, Bivol is already gone. Every time Castillo tries to breathe, Bivol is attacking. It becomes a puzzle with no solution, a trap that tightens with each second. By the end of the round, Castillo's confidence wavers. He can feel the danger rising, circling him like a predator about to strike. And Bivol, he walks back to his corner calm, emotionless, because he knows the storm he's building is just getting started. Castillo begins the next round with desperation. He has to. He charges forward, unloading heavy combinations, swinging with everything he has. His punches cut through the air, but fail to find their target. Bivol's movement is too clean, too sharp, too perfectly timed. Then, Bivol strikes. A blistering right hand lands flush on Castillo's chin, sending shockwaves through the arena. Castillo stumbles backward, eyes wide, knees trembling. The crowd explodes as Bivol steps forward, smelling weakness. He doesn't rush. He doesn't lose control. Instead, he stalks with chilling patience, like a hunter watching his prey collapse slowly. Castillo tries to recover, throwing a desperate jab. Bivol slips it instantly and fires a devastating left hook that sends Castillo wobbling again. The suspense becomes unbearable. Commentators shout. Fans rise to their feet. Something huge is coming. Bivol corners Castillo and begins to unleash surgical combinations. Jab, right hand, hook, uppercut, each punch landing with brutal accuracy. Castillo's guard crumbles. His legs stiffen. His eyes begin floating. Then, boom! A monstrous straight right hand detonates on Castillo's jaw. Castillo collapses hard. The arena gasps. The referee jumps in. The atmosphere turns electrifying. Fear, shock, excitement blending into one. Castillo lies still for a moment, that feels like an eternity. Bivol stands above him, expression still cold, breathing steady. The difference between the two fighters becomes painfully clear. Bivol is too fast, too sharp, too powerful, too disciplined. Castillo tries to rise, but his body refuses to obey. This isn't just dominance. This is a message from a champion. You cannot break me, but I can break you. Though badly hurt, Castillo refuses to back down. When the round resumes, he tries desperately to stay on the outside, pumping out long jabs, using his legs to escape Bivol's stalking pressure. But it's too late. Bivol has already downloaded every pattern, every reaction, every weakness. Bivol fires a blistering jab that penetrates Castillo's guard. Then another and another. Each jab lands harder than the last, breaking through Castillo's defense like a hammer chipping stone. Castillo tries to circle away, but Bivol cuts off the ring with frightening ease. The Russian steps forward, unleashing a rapid three-punch combination. Castillo blocks two, but the third, a crushing right hand, lands flush. Castillo's legs fold for a split second, but he forces himself upright. His bravery is undeniable, but bravery alone won't stop what's coming. Bivol senses the end. His punches become sharper, faster, more violent. He mixes in uppercuts that snap Castillo's head up and hooks that crash around the guard. Every strike lands with purpose. There are no wasted movements. Everything is efficient destruction. Castillo swings wildly in an attempt to create space, but Bivol counters instantly with a hard left hook to the temple. The Dominican warrior staggers sideways, nearly falling. The referee watches closely. The crowd's hearts pound. Castillo tries to clinch, tries to hold on, but Bivol breaks free and punishes him with a brutal body shot that sends a wave of pain through Castillo's ribs. Castillo gasps, his legs trembling. The suspense is unbearable. Every second feels like the fight could end, and Bivol steps forward with that same cold stare. He isn't fighting for points anymore. He's fighting to finish. Castillo enters the final exchange with nothing left but heart. His legs shaky, his guard broken, his breathing ragged. But he refuses to surrender. He lifts his hands, wobbling forward, trying desperately to stay alive. Bivol steps toward him with deadly calm. Then it happens. Bivol fires a perfectly timed right hand, clean, straight, unstoppable. It crashes into Castillo's jaw with terrifying force. Castillo's body stiffens, and he crashes to the canvas in a frightening, frozen fall. His legs lock, his arms seize, his body goes rigid. The crowd gasps in shock. Commentators shout. For a moment, the entire arena falls silent, nervous, stunned, frozen. Castillo lies still, his body trembling from the impact. The referee instantly waves it off. The fight is over. Bivol raises his gloves, not in wild celebration, but in quiet dominance. He walks to his corner with the calmness of a man who expected this outcome from the first bell. Because this is what Dmitry Bivol does. He doesn't overpower you with chaos. He destroys you with precision. Castillo eventually rises, shaken, dazed, but alive. The crowd applauds his heart. They applaud his courage. But they know what they witnessed tonight wasn't ordinary. They witnessed a masterclass, a demolition, a statement from one of the most technically gifted champions in boxing today. As Bivol exits the ring, he doesn't smile, doesn't boast, because for him, this wasn't a war. It was a calculation, a solution, a dismantling. And everyone watching knows Dmitry Bivol is a problem nobody wants to solve.